there, my geometry cats. Today we are going to be looking at math. 8.4. We're going to be looking at rectangles. Hey, I underlined it underlined it. Alright, so let's get right into it. I'm sure you all have seen a rectangle before. If I ask you to draw it, you could probably tell me a lot about it. What's interesting about parallelogram is, or not parallel, a rectangle is, it is a parallelogram. These opposite sides are parallel. Because the opposite sides are parallel, it has all the same properties as that parallelogram we learned about before. So opposite sides are congruent, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary because they're all 90, so they all add up to 180. And diagonals bisect each other, they cut each other in half. So I'm not going to spend time on that because that's all the same, but we're going to add two more. We're going to add that all angles, all four angles, are right angles. So if they're all right angles, they're all 90 degrees. Alright. The other thing we're going to add is our diagonals not only bisect each other, but now my diagonals are congruent. So my diagonals are congruent. I always loved in that Harry Potter film when they had to go to diagonally, like the alley was diagonal, diagonally, diagonals. Alright, cool. Good talk, guys. So your diagonals are congruent. So everything we did before, but we're adding two more things. If you have a parallelogram with four right angles, then I also know the diagonals are congruent. Alright then, let's look at this. Let's find some missing measures. It's my Sean Connery impersonation. Your parents don't understand. Alright. Find everything we need about this quadrilateral, and it is a rectangle. So right away I know all these are going to be 90s, because that's what makes it special. Makes it unique. Alright. So we're looking for QR and SR and SQ and PR and QT. Alright. Right away, I know my opposite sides are congruent. So if PQ is 24, SR is going to be 24. And that's one of our questions. Alright, right away I know opposite sides are congruent. So if PS is 10, QR is 10. Alright. Now let's find SQ. Uh-oh, look at SQ. They don't tell me anything about that. But what kind of triangle is this right here? What kind of triangle is this? It's a right triangle. So in order to find this missing QS, the side I do not know, or SQ, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. So 10 squared plus 24 squared is going to equal my SQ squared, right? It's going to equal that whole measure squared. When I do that, I get 676 equals SQ squared. Square root both sides. And to get SQ is 26. So that is 26. I should have made it blue. Well, why does it want to be saying? Alright, 26. So if that whole thing is 26, then PR is another diagonal, right? And what do I know about diagonals of rectangles? They are congruent. So this is also 26. And what about this little cutie over here? QT. QT. Well, it's a parallelogram, so we know the diagonals are bisected. So half of 26 is 13. It's a lot of stuff. Alright. Alright, so that's one with sides. Let's do one with angles, because I know how much you love them angles. Let's look at number 3. On number 3, They say it's a rectangle, so right away I know all these are right angles. And I know my diagonals are congruent, along with all the other rules we know about parallelograms. You may need to watch previous videos if you need some help with it. So, let's go through. MJK. MJK. So I'm going from M to J to K. Well, that's a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. All right. MJL. MJL. So now I'm going to start at M, go to J, and go to L, right? So MJL is this missing piece over here. Well, I know the whole thing is 90, so if I do 90 minus 27, I get 63. So that's my answer. So like Barney colors, hey. No, that's not how he talks. Hey everybody. No, that's not him either. I can't do voices. Leave me alone. Alright, JLK. JLK. By the way, the magic word is Barney. JLK. So I'm going from J to L to K. Now, these are alternate interior angles. They're on alternate sides of this transversal. So we got this was 63. So if that's 63, this would have been 63 because they're an alternate. The color I'm going to use orange. Alright, so let's do KML. So KML, KML, KML. Let's find that one. Uh-oh, that's going to be a little bit trickier, eh? But not really, because all these angles are congruent, not like a parallelogram. So do you see how you have a 27 and 63? Well, then that's going to be 27. And this one's going to be 27. And this one's 27. Because it's a rectangle, they're congruent. They're all like that's 27, this is 27, this is going to be 27. Alright? And red. M and L. M and L. Right here. Uh-oh. This is like my good boy was talking about first Saturday. I have a triangle here. I have this triangle. So if I do 180 minus my 27 minus my 27, it will give me this leftover n at the top, which I got is 126 degrees. Alright guys, that was your intro. We're going to spend some more time on this section tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed and learned something.